HTB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, your home of pure rugby league. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff here. I've got some Warriors news here. I'll slow it down. I've got some Warriors news here for you guys. I suppose, just give you guys my thoughts on some players who could be could be potentially on the cusp of making their debuts. Give you guys my thoughts on them. So without further ado, hit that intro. We'll just get straight into it. So we all know the Warriors have made some key signings, some surprising signings, and possibly some players who have yet to really, I suppose, show what they can do on the field. Now, we all know what's happened, right? Every year it happens. Most often than not, players come, players go. That's just the beat of the drum there in the NRL. I've got 5 players in particular who I think could possibly be on the cusp of debuting. I'll give you guys my thoughts on them. So the first player here for mine is Tane Tuolpiki. I believe he plays fullback, 178 centimeters and about 83 kgs, and is 23 years of age. Now, Tane for me actually offers a bit of he's got a decent running game in my opinion. Now, obviously, he's been selected to possibly fill in that fullback role. Now, granted, we all know Cenac has that one there, but in saying that, it's still really interesting in the sense that if he possibly debuts, obviously it will be fullback in my opinion, but again, it's going to be interesting to sort of see what he can bring and what sort of game he can bring. Again, he's 23 years of age. He has a few, games under his belt. Now, granted, obviously not NRL, but still nonetheless, games that will be able to help him forward. But again, in saying that, I think Tane for mine is a player that we should definitely be more aware of and I suppose eyeing off. I think he's going to be somebody that could be very pivotal for the Warriors in their future run. Another player, or should I say group of players, now these are twins, they're a set of twins. It's Valingi Gipple as well as Otu Kinekina Gipple as well. Now, Valingi is a prop. He's 188 centimeters, 110 kgs, and he's 20 years old. And his brother there, Kina Gipple, is a prop, 188 centimeters, 112 kgs, as well as obviously 20 years of age as well. Now, we all know these twins here, the Gipple Twins. I'm sure you've heard their names being thrown around. Last year, we didn't get to see much of them. I believe they were in the trial, and that's as far as it went. Now, granted, the Warriors are a bit thin, and pun not intended in this case here, thin for props at the moment. But in saying that, if you look at these two young twins here, 20 years of age, you almost think that it's time for them to be thrown into the, into the machine, so to speak. Throw them in the field. Obviously, Lingi as well as Kina, they're both ready, big-bodied players who'll be able to definitely attract a few, defenders and be able to sort of run off from that. One thing as well I really want to hope I see really is not only them debuting, but being constant. I really think that the Warriors here have something special here with these two twins. Obviously, you've heard of the Saifiti, twins. Well, get ready for the Gipple Twins, and I think it's definitely their time to shine. So I'm hoping that they can debut and obviously again show us, why we want to see them play. I mean, give me your thoughts on these twins here. I think they're actually going to be very special, and I'm actually looking forward to the combination there. Again, where do they slot in? Do they debut at the same time? Does one debut before the other, vice versa? But again, it's going to be really, really interesting. So, yeah, the Gipple Twins for me, ones to look out for. There's Jackson Ford. Now, many of you guys are probably unaware as to who on earth Jackson Ford is. A quick refresher. Jackson Ford, born in New South Wales, used to play for the Dragons, actually. So he's a second rower. He's 187 centimeters, so he's a big lad. 95 kgs, and he's 24 years of age. Jackson Ford, for me, is a very strong player, I think, in my opinion. Very aggressive, very strong, does the job. But another thing as well, I think, for him is that he's a good defender, in my opinion. Now, granted, Jackson Ford hasn't had, too many games in NRL. Still has some. But obviously, over here in the Warriors, he's going to be trying to, fight for that bench spot. Now, in saying that, I think he's very fit. He's definitely got the stamina. He's got wheels for days. Somebody who I think will definitely be able to lay the foundation and possibly even play and debut. And I think he might, in all honesty, All I'm saying is that for this player here in particular, he's that type of player where I would encourage you to wait and see before you make any judgments. Now, again, granted, obviously, Jackson Ford, who is he? What's he doing? I guess many of us probably don't even know who he is, but I'm telling you, keep a keen eye on him, much like I have there for Tane as well. Keep a keen eye on these two particular players, because I really think, particularly in Jackson Ford, he could be a real smoky for, a good find for the Warriors. I think anyway, and it's a good thing that he signed with us. In all honesty, I appreciate it. And last but not least, here we have is Luke Metcalf. Now, obviously, Luke Metcalf as well. He's been the talk of the town for the Warriors. Obviously, he's I'm not sure if you guys know, but he's a fullback. He's 183 centimeters, 86 years of age, and he's 23 years old as well. So again, I think the general theme is the youngness, or just how young these lads are, really. And again, is really good in terms of the future. Anyway, back to our Luke Metcalf. So he used to ply his trade for the Sharks, briefly at Manly, but obviously back at the Sharks again. He's a very good ball player, I think, anyway. One to look out for, probably in that Townsend mold, in my opinion. Has stated that he likes to play ad-lib footy, eyes-up footy, but I think for mine, he also brings a very mature game, or a game that can be molded. Now, granted, in his recent interview, he did talk about Sean Johnson and how there was his idol, and how Sean Johnson is and him are partnering together to mold his game, to create his game. I really like that. One thing I like about Luke Metcalf as well is that he's a sponge. He's ready to absorb all the information and learn and become a better footy player. One thing about Luke Metcalf as well for me is much like Jackson Ford. I really think that Luke Metcalf will debut, in my opinion. I think he will this year. And I think we'll be surprised, actually, how mature his game really is. Now, again, with Luke Metcalf, look at his passing game in particular. He's got a good eyes-up running game as well, to be fair. And his kicking game is not too bad. 23 years of age, a lot of time to mold, to create one for the future, in my opinion. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on him. Anyway, guys, I suppose that's the wrap there. My conclusion is obviously these players here potentially could be making their debut, for the Warriors. It all depends, though. Again, obviously, I haven't even mentioned the players that are above them in the pecking order, but still, there's still a high chance that we see some, if not all, of these players actually debut. Maybe we even see just one. But in saying that, I think these are definitely the next players to be donning that Warriors jersey, and I cannot wait. But yeah, I suppose I wish them all the best of luck. Anyway, guys, give me your thoughts. Take it easy. See you guys next time, and just remember, hold the ball.